This is Shireesha from Master of Business Administration, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. So today I'm going to discuss about what is the definition of elasticity of demand and what are the types of elasticities we have. Okay. So now coming to the definition of elasticity of demand. So what is demand? We already discussed about demand, and what is law of demand, that also we discussed in the previous sessions. Now coming to this law of demand. So what law of demand states? Law of demand states that if price is increasing, demand is decreasing, or price is decreasing, demand is increasing. That is what law of demand says, right? So here in law of demand, we are not measuring how much increase in demand is creating how much decrease in quantity demanded, or how much decrease in demand is creating how much increase in quantity demanded. So that we are not measuring, right? So here elasticity of demand is that which is going to measure the elasticity of a demand, right? So it is going to measure how much of increase in demand is created by how much decrease in price. So that's the reason this elasticity of demand, we say it as the rate of responsiveness for the price change is creating how much response on the demand created. So that is the basic definition of elasticity of demand. So when there is a change in the price of a commodity, which is going to affect the demand, so then we are going to find the elasticity of demand. So we call this as degree of responsiveness. We call it as degree of responsiveness of the demand. And when we are comparing with the price changes with the quantity demanded, that is the basic definition of elasticity of demand. Okay. So the rate of responsiveness for the change in demand, for the change in price. So how much change in price, whether it can be increase or decrease, how much change in price is creating how much change in quantity demanded, is what is elasticity of demand. Okay. Now coming to the next point of discussion for this session is types of elasticities. So what is this? What are the different types of elasticities? First one is price elasticity. Next one is income elasticity, and cross elasticity, and advertisement elasticities. So actually we have different determinants of demand, right? So all those determinants of demand can be considered as one of the types of elasticities. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about only few of them, that is price, income, cross, and advertisement elasticities. So now coming to price elasticity. So price elasticity is just how much increase in price is creating how much change in quantity demanded, is what is price elasticity, right? So the formula for price elasticity of demand is the percentage change in quantity demanded divided with percentage change in price. For example, we can write it as elasticity of price is equal to Q2 minus Q1 by Q1 by P2 minus P1 by P1. So this is the formula for finding out what is the price elasticity. So that is what is percentage change in quantity demanded by percentage change in price. So here always the price elasticity is inversely proportional with the demand. Price is inversely proportional with demand. Okay. So we call it as here the price, when the price is increasing. Suppose for example there is a 5% increase in price. Okay, 5% increase in price is creating, for example, if it is creating demand, 20% of the demand is decreased. Okay, then what we call it as? So here elasticity is denoted with E. So we call it as E. Here a little change in price, that is increase in price, that is 5% increase in price is creating 20% decrease in quantity demanded. So our elasticity is less than 1. Our elasticity is less than 1 here. Or vice versa you can take. If the price has decreased to 5% and demand has increased to 20%, then our elasticity is greater than 1. Our elasticity is greater than 1. Okay. So, this is another elasticity. Or we can also take it as if 5% increase in price is creating 5% increase in quantity demanded. Sorry, 5% decrease in quantity demanded. So then what we say, we will have elasticity is equal to 1. Okay. So here when our elasticity is equal to 1, we call it as unitary elasticity. If elasticity is more than 1, we call it as perfectly elastic and perfectly inelastic. So this is all about price elasticity. Now coming to the next one, that is income elasticity. Okay. So coming to income elasticity of demand. So income elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded by percentage change in the income. So just like price elasticity, here we are going to correlate the percentage change in income and percentage change in demand. We are not going to consider price now. Okay, how much income of the customer is increasing, that much effect will be there on the demand. So that is what is income elasticity. So if, for example, the customer is earning some 10%, like customer has increased by 10% of increase in his income, so it is obviously affecting, for example, 10% increase in quantity demanded. Here income elasticity is directly proportional. It is directly proportional with demand, quantity demanded. Okay. So if the price is increasing, sorry, we are not talking about price here. If the income is increasing, quantity demanded also increases. Okay. There is direct relationship between income and quantity demanded. Okay. So here the formula for elasticity of income is equal to Q2 minus Q1 by Q1 divided with I2 minus I1 divided with I1. So this is the formula. Okay. So if the income of the customer is increasing, definitely it is going to affect the demand. That is, income increased, demand also increases. Okay. Suppose 5% increase in demand is creating a 2.5% increase in quantity demanded. Okay. So when the income increases, obviously demand also increases. So how much percentage of demand is increased? That is what we are measuring. So that's the reason it is elasticity, right? So here all the time income elasticity will be positively related with the demand. Okay. So now coming to the next one, that is cross elasticity. Okay. So coming to this cross elasticity. So we have, what is this cross elasticity? Cross elasticity means, so we have related goods, right? What are related goods? We already discussed in the previous session, right? So those are substitute goods and complementary goods. Okay. So in case of substitute goods, so instead of when the price of sugar is increasing, and the price of when the price of coffee is increasing, we like to buy tea. When the price of tea is increasing, we like to buy coffee, right? So this is like we are dealing with when the price of one particular good is increasing, that is affecting the demand for some other good here. Okay, so that's the reason here in case of substitute goods, we have two types of goods, that is substitute goods and complementary goods. Okay, in case of substitute goods, what we consider is if the price of one good is increasing, demand for some other good is increasing. Demand for the same product is not going to increase. Okay, that's the reason we are studying it as cross elasticity. Okay, instead of direct demand, we are going to study what is the effect of the other substitute good we are looking for. So that's the reason we call it as a cross elasticity. What this cross elasticity says, so cross elasticity of demand is going to measure how the change in the product's price which is affecting the change in demand of other related good. Other related goods can be either substitute or complementary goods, right? So now coming to this substitute good, the price of tea has increased. Price of tea has increased, and price of like quantity demanded of tea is increasing or decreasing? No, it is creating demand for coffee. Demand for coffee is increasing here. Okay, so that is about substitute goods. Now coming to complementary goods. In case of complementary goods, what is happening? So if the price of complementary good is increasing, okay, one complementary good is increasing, price of other goods also like demand for other goods also increases. For example, price of sugar is increasing, then what happens? Like price of coffee or tea, obviously they also need to increase. The price of tea and coffee also to be increased because it is a complementary good. Okay, so without sugar we cannot prepare a tea or coffee, right? So that's the reason here when we prepare a coffee, so we require sugar, right? So for this is for coffee, sugar is a complementary good, right? So price of coffee is affected with price of sugar, right? Or price of coffee powder, anything, right? So here elasticity is always positive in case of complementary goods, and elasticity is negative in case of substitute goods. Okay, so this is all about related goods. And coming to the formula of this cross elasticity is here cross elasticity equal to quantity demanded of product X minus quantity demanded Q2 minus Q1 by Q1 minus price of Y minus price of X by price of Y. Okay, so this is the formula for cross elasticity. Okay, so now let us move forward with the next type of the elasticity, that is advertisement elasticity. So coming to this advertisement elasticity, so here advertisement elasticity is directly proportional with the quantity demanded. Okay, so here why it is directly proportional? Because when the advertisement efforts are taken more by a manufacturer for a product, then when he is spending more amount of money on advertisement, he is going to get more publicity. When he gets more publicity, there is more awareness of the product. When there is more awareness of the product, people like to buy it, right? So obviously when the advertisement cost is increasing, the demand for the product is increasing. So that's the reason it is positively holding, okay, or directly proportional. And coming to the formula of elasticity of advertisement, it is Q2 minus Q1 by Q1 by advertisement A2 minus A1 by A1. Okay, so this is the formula for advertisement elasticity. So this is all about advertisement elasticity. So just we have discussed only few of the determinants of demand and considered few determinants of demand, and try to understand what are the different types of elasticities. So we can also take the other determinants of demand and consider it as one of the type of elasticity of demand. Okay, so with this I conclude. So these are the different types of elasticity of demand. In the next session we are going to discuss about elasticity of what are the measurements of elasticities. Thank you very much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.